about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Catch is made by Hardman. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A huge play there right off the bat. That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, he played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had
touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, the complete package. He's got the power, the hands, the agility, and he certainly also has the speed as evidenced there. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Panthers 14, 49ers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their home 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the 49ers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Lance. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 65 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they?
And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
49ers, nothing.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
touchdown, 49ers! For Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can...
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Here's Wilson. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
This is McCaffrey on the give.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and through. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown 49ers.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT.
And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
127 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Don't get nervous.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Oh, what a move. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Completes it to Hardman. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike. Wow. 54. All you get is a headache.
Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 20.
Here we go. 54. Bravo! Check. Watch 54.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Tommy Tremble
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
On play action, Lance.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like that?
Because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league, but a drop.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And they'll go for it. Lance. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Derek Brown gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Again, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Ooh, with a juke. Room here to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Just a yard on the first down carry, so... It's 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. It's Gardner, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And his kick is indeed good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, They want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And Lance now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Panthers' 41-yard line.
Mike 50. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they take a knee. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Panthers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And they'll indeed take a knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Switch up, switch up. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. So we got man.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all good.